So what's going on, toxic gamers? We got a whole lot of drama to talk about. I mean, holy smokers, it ain't no joke. As another one of the devs just came out, started saying that, but wait, we need to punch the gamers together. Started calling out gamers, which made the homie Asmongold look like this, and they're saying that, hey, gamers don't deserve to live. But exactly, the gamers are already bad enough, right? Strong, independent, toxic little weirdos. That's what they're saying. Gamers toxic, gamer problematic, gamers menace to society. You guys know the deal by now. Like the video if you think they're 2 genders. Dislike the video if you think they're 5,000 genders. I mean, my goodness, man. They even got the homie Tyrone Magnus started looking like this when he saw Intergalactic Space Lesbo, right? Bald Space Lesbo. That's what they're saying that this character is gonna be. But as you guys know, we're gonna be getting into it. This is our ritual at this point, and as we get down to it, man, this is what they've done to Yasuke. But here we go, guys. Salute to cherry blossom flavored, or flowered, my bad. Salute to cherry blossom flowered Captain BBC. Hella insane as to what these suckers are doing, man. These suckers crazy, y'all. Shout out to the homie Rev Roller.
So today we're gonna be talking about concerns that gamers have regarding CD Projekt Red, as well as their upcoming release of The Witcher 4. Now, ever since the trailer for this game was released at the Game Awards, there's been a lot of discussion about the game. Obviously, it's a very successful franchise, but people are really talking about the choice of the main protagonist for this game, the latest Witcher, which is now Ciri. Now, people are making a lot of different comments. We're going to focus on the lore-related concerns, but also people were criticizing the design, saying she's more masculine, but also some people said it's fine, and maybe she's just a little bit older in this game. I don't know. I don't really think it's like the biggest concern for them right now. They have a lot of other issues.
Yeah, I've seen actually people talk about it, but not too many. Not as many as like Intergalactic, right? The Shadows of the BBC or stuff like that. Yeah, people are, of course, this situation is ludicrous, right? This situation is insane. These suckers always do that to females. They always make my black homies well, you know, we talked about it previously, right? Like, let me actually pull that up for you guys as well, which is just absolutely insane. We talked like crazy in the past video, which I will link you later on, but it is true, guys. It is true, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys are also waking up. Them define woke. Me, new Amazon show, the King of England is black, gay, and disabled, right? Why do you think they always do that? You know what I'm saying? They always do that. They always do that to my black homies, bro. They always do that. They always are. They didn't used to, but now they do. You know, there's a reason behind it, man. There's a reason behind it, because generally speaking, the black folks, right, they are masculine as hell, okay? Not saying that the white homies are not masculine. I'm masculine as hell as well, okay? You know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, the black folks are more masculine, okay? They are strong, generally speaking, but they don't want them to be, right? And they're like, okay, let's actually start push this narrative. This is why these suckers were like, okay, let's have Asian, blackanese, let's do that. Let's make her bald, okay? But it's we gotta have a female character, but we're gonna manlify it, and let's actually also make her lesbian. So it's like Asian, black, bald, retarded, lesbo, queen, strong, independent that hates men, and it's apparently the representation they're trying to give to black, Asian, and females. I mean, damn, bro. If you're a female, yeah, listen, I got a lot of comments from my female viewers on the channel. Believe it, they exist. they exist. I was shocked too, man. I was shocked too. So there's a mom that commented. There's like another chick that commented, and they were like, hey, man, I don't want to play as ugly chicks. If I'm playing as a female, I want to look at pretty females too, right? I mean, it's not even about pretty females. It's about like, hey, if you're gonna have female representation, at least do that justice and have an actual female character, and not necessarily a female character that's, you know what I'm saying, that's not relatable to many people, okay? And yeah, coming back to this now, yeah, some people are having issues with that, but not too many. Personally, I never played Witcher, so you know what, I got no horses in the race, so I'm not totally aware. But now we got devs just going bozo. They're going ballistic at gamers once again, so let's find out.
Facing not only this game, but also CD Projekt Red as a whole, but that didn't stop journalists from basically labeling her as the latest girl boss.
Of course.
You can see rock, paper, shotgun, they're still going these days. With this headline saying, having Ciri as the Witcher 4 lead will help the game explore the Witcher world's sexism, says CD Projekt Red. Now, I'm going to be very critical of CD Projekt Red in this video, but I got to defend them here because that is not what they said. That headline is very misleading. If you can read the quotes here, they mention nothing about combating sexism in the world. Just kind of an embarrassing article here, but let's go back to the concerns about the main protagonist here and the real ones, okay? Despite how games journalists might frame some of this stuff, people are not concerned about a woman taking on this role in the game as the main protagonist. In fact, a lot of people enjoy the character Ciri, especially based on Witcher 3, and I don't think a lot of people would have an issue with her having a big role in The Witcher 4. However, the fact that she's a Witcher is what's causing the controversy, because to many, it seems like it's violative of established lore. Now, I'm not some...
Yeah, okay, I saw a video from Endymion. This is what he said. Now, I got no horses in the race, right? I never played Witcher. But he was talking about the fact that, hey, it's written in the story that females cannot be Witcher. It's written in the story. Now, I never played it, so this is why I don't know, but this is what I'm getting, and yeah, this is what I'm getting from all the folks. Some have a problem, others not so much. Now, if you're a hardcore Witcher fan that loves story, yeah, I can understand why you would have a problem. And yeah, you're right. I mean, they're changing the story, right? Just like how these suckers are changing the history of Japan, 1600, making the only black guy in the game, putting only one black guy in the game, and also, of course, black, so we gotta make him gay as well. So, you know, putting cherry blossom flowers on his hairline. I mean, holy smoke, is it? My God, my God, my God. This is my God, guys. Oh my goodness, man. Look at that. Look at this arm, man. Look at your chicken arm, man. Look at those arms, man. Gotta, of course, gotta be putting the pink on a BBC. Putting pink on BBC. Right? Like, these suckers are crazy, bro. Oh my goodness.
Expert on Witcher-related lore, so correct me if I'm wrong about some things in the comments section, but it seems like very established lore that only men could be Witchers. That the task of going through the Trial of the Grasses is so physically brutal that a woman just physically could not make it through. That seems like that was a very established piece of lore, and a lot of people are saying this choice is violating that lore. Now, in response to that, there's been a lot of discussions and interviews by people at CD Projekt Red and on the team for this game, trying to dispel some of those lore-related concerns. We can see the director here, Kalemba, as well as the CD Projekt Red franchise and lore designer, Kane Maher. If I'm pronouncing that right, we'll talk about him later in the video, but they say outright that these changes to Ciri's character will not come at the expense of the series' canon, but will instead represent a natural evolution of her character, and they go on to clarify 100% that she has in fact successfully completed the Trial of the Grasses, so she is a Witcher the same way her predecessors were, and there's no like pseudo-Witcher status that she has. She outright completed the trial, so now you have to say, well, did they violate established lore? And based on this, they're trying to say that they're not, and I don't really know. Like, this explanation really is lacking, and you think, why is this really an issue in the first place? And some of these concerns about the lore being switched around and rewritten to make this protagonist choice work has to do with the fact they're disregarding the original intent of the author who wrote this saga. And you can see this headline here, CD Projekt Red admits original author was not consulted on Ciri's Witcher role in Witcher 4. So they make it very...
that's not good! Or is it good? I don't know. I never played Witcher, so this might be a good thing. If you're a Witcher fan, let us know, man. Let us know. And do you care about this, guys? Like, the fact that they are now changing a little bit of it? Do you care for it or not so much? Because I haven't seen much backlash on it, but now the backlash specifically is about the lore being changed, and also them once again owning the chuds, calling the gamers toxic, problematic, and it's also a multitude of other things, right? I've gotten some comments from some of you out there, and valid questions all around, and some of you guys are saying, very few of you, most of you guys are getting the gist, right? Like, as to what these suckers are doing right now. But some of you guys are asking, like, hey, why is everybody now on the anti-woke train? It's not necessarily why everybody's on the anti-woke train, it's just that people are waking up and realizing enough is enough, because so much of the media and entertainment, video games now as well, every game, like back in the days it would be like 1 out of 10 game that would be quote-unquote woke, but even then it wouldn't necessarily be woke. It would be I can, for example, like I can say GTA 4 Ballad of the Gay Tony, right? They were not pushing agendas. Yeah, the character was gay, but it was done well, and they told the story, and that was it. They were not like pushing down anybody's throat. Fast forward to now, you got games like Concord, right? Dustborn, clearly pushing it heavy, right? They're like, and Dragon Age the Veilguard. I mean, you cannot play as a straight man in that game, right? You cannot play as a straight character. You gotta be trans, okay? You have no other option in dialogue when you got cutscenes, dialogue. Yeah, they're not giving you many options. You play the game and you're like, yes, okay, so you gotta do that. So we have so many games like that, and they're pushing it. They're pushing it, pushing. So the more they push, the more gamers are pushing them. You know what I'm saying? So there's a quote, right? everything, there's like an equal and opposite reaction. There's a quote, something like that. You probably heard, right? Yeah, so equal and opposite reaction. Exactly my point. So the more they push, the more the gamer's gonna push. So if they're gonna push this message, the other side is also gonna push their message. So it's like the more you push it, the more the other side's gonna push. So that's basically what's going on. And whenever people see like a 1 ounce, just like a 1 milligram of woke in it, people are like, nah, hell nah, that's woke, I'm out, this and that, right? Like the entire game is woke. Why? Because this has been ongoing for way too long, and every game franchise is getting done dirty, and they're calling gamers toxic, problematic, this and that. So of course, right, like when people see just like 1 milligram of woke in it, yeah, they're automatically like woke, this, that. And I don't blame anybody. I mean, damn, like, can a brother just get a good game, good product, a good movie? As simple as that. Simple.
Very clear in an interview here, the developer as well is this Weber individual from CD Projekt Red, that they did not consult the author about The Witcher 4 or this choice of Ciri as the latest Witcher. So they're asked outright by this interviewer at a Eurogamer, has he explicitly said yes, that this choice is absolutely fine and that she could make it through the trial of the grasses? And Weber responds saying, I mean, I can actually give you a very good answer because it's written that Sapkowski usually gives. The answer is in the books. And in the books, Sapkowski called Ciri a Witcher multiple times, and Geralt called Ciri a Witcher in the books too. So I think that basically says what Sapkowski, the author, thinks about the topic. And I think that's a very lame answer. Okay, they're saying, I'm going to use the words of the original author to confirm what we're doing is right. But we also are just making up those words for him. He didn't actually talk to us. We didn't consult with him on the topic, so we're just going to infer what he might have thought about this subject. And I think that's a bit unfair, and I think that is something that is kind of concerning, because it seems like they don't really care about the original intent that much, because if they did, they would definitely consult him about this issue and have an answer ready. They had to know they were going to be pressed about this choice of Ciri as a Witcher. But
is this a deal breaker to you guys? I'm asking because I never really played this. So if you're a fan of Witcher, right? Like, is this a deal breaker to you, or you're like, okay, remains to be seen. I want to see more, and I'll wait for it. Okay, that's fair. Or you're like, nah, hell nah, I'm not gonna buy it. Where are you guys at? Or you're like, nah, I'm gonna blindly buy it. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm pre-ordering now. Where are you guys at? And no wrong answers. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Anyways, they would also double down on this in other interviews as well, and you would see that individual, once again, the lore designer and franchise designer at CD Projekt Red, Maher, he would confirm that same sort of thing, saying, you know, they were called a Witcher by the author, which, again, people point out that she was often called a Witcher as sort of a, like, playful thing, and again, it's kind of like a lame way to justify this choice. But again, let's talk about this Maher individual. You can see they are, of course, the franchise and lore designer at CD Projekt Red. Now, they're having a bit of a hard time on Twitter today because of all this related lore debate. People have been focusing on the lore designer, obviously.
Yeah, toxic gamers having a hard time. Toxic gamers must be the toxic gamers.
And they're starting to dig through his accounts, and it doesn't look great.
Oh no.
Another person in the gaming industry who clearly has a disdain for gamers. Many such cases. So here's some of the tweets in this conversation, I guess implying that him and I think his wife will punch gamers together. Also, he is a journalist from The Gamer, which is known for a lot of slop articles and is constantly ridiculed by gamers for not being a good news source on the related subjects. On top of that, there's this conversation where he says gamers are already bad enough in response to a deleted post. But this one's really telling. It says, if you're an adult who loses their mind to the concept of pronouns, which everyone, everywhere, throughout all of history has used every single day, there is something wrong with your life, but it's not what you think it is. The wokes aren't out to get you. You're just a clown. I honestly feel sad when I see people who have very clearly lost the ability to think because they have been swallowed whole by some insane or inane grift. It is absurd that people can be so far gone that they will publicly go berserk at the sight of the word they, or even just pronoun. This isn't really a new or even worthwhile observation, but people online are way too obsessed with other people's lives and choices. Who gives a shit what anyone...
Because all what the other side is talking about is like, hey, I am this and that. Like, I like to sleep with that, this, bro, nobody cares. You want to sleep with whoever. Yeah, if you want to sleep with another consenting adult, no matter who it is, I don't want to know. You do your business, bro. I'm just playing the game here. I don't want that kind of crap pushed down here. So you suckers been pushing that crap like so much. And now every game is like that, and then you gaslight gamers. Of course gamers gonna talk about it, man. Of course the other side's also gonna push back, right?
Doing once they're content and not harming anyone. Let people be happy and mind your own business. So yeah, this guy is all about pronouns, clearly likes the use of the term they. And again, with the gaming industry right now, this is the type of stuff people don't want to hear about someone in charge of parts of a game, especially the lore of a game that is so anticipated, like The Witcher 4. But there's some other tweets. It seems like they're very angry. They're trying to mock an individual for basically criticizing ugly character designs. It seems like they don't like people doing that. On top of that, you can see this comment. I don't know what exactly he's referring to, but you can see 2 years ago, he said the worst thing about this is when it's also done in bad faith. Not only will YouTubers monetize your work, they'll do it while talking about how wrong and stupid you are in front of millions. Strong anti-woke audience. How is this considered acceptable is beyond me. So clearly they have an issue with YouTubers, which, if it wasn't already confirmed, they're a journalist.
Toxic YouTubers!
There it is, because journalists absolutely hate YouTubers with a burning passion. But on top of that, it seems like they have a negative view.
Oh, so much that the homie Smash JT is getting sued right now for covering the news, essentially. Could you believe it? Can you believe it, fellas? And if you're finding this out for the first time, it is real. Alyssa Mercante is a journalist that is suing Smash JT, which happens to be a YouTuber, because he's covering news. So this is where we're getting to nowadays, guys. It's happening in United States of America, baby. So free speech, I don't think it exists. Oh, of course, like if he goes in the court, which he's gonna, I don't see him losing. But if he does lose, it's over. So we're going backwards, guys. We're literally going backwards, but if he loses, we're going 10 steps backward, bruh, instead of 2.
Of YouTubers with a anti-woke audience, which is a lot of channels right now, and it seems like this is not a very good stance to have if you want to not end up the subject of videos criticizing you and the games you're working on, the studio you work at. Also, we will see Vera Dark here. Thank you for doing the good work, some honest work here, finding their interactions with Alyssa Mercante. So basically, you'll play right here. She's just scrolling through with the @ of Alyssa Mercante, former Kotaku editor, of course.
Oh yeah,
and they're regularly.
Speak of the devil, ladies and gentlemen. Speak of the devil. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So she ended up suing Smash JT. Can you believe it, guys? Over covering gaming news on the YouTube, man. Imagine, right? Imagine getting sued. And here's the thing: the last time, I could be wrong on this one, but the homie Smash JT started a GoFundMe, and the last time I saw, people donated around $50,000 US to him. So people are backing him up like crazy right now. But here's the thing though: Alyssa Mercante has what's the actual word? Docs, yeah. So she has docs Smash JT, and Smash JT address is out on the internet, which is not a good thing though. It's not a good thing. He didn't want this out, and it wasn't his mistake that it got out. It's because Alyssa Mercante wanted his address out. So she not only doxed him, sued him, but not only sued him, doxed him as well.
Interacting with the folks for years and years. And honestly, if you're the kind of person who's regularly interacting with someone like Alyssa Mercante and you're in the gaming industry, that is a really bad look. Let's just be honest about that. On top of that, let's see here that this isn't the first time that we've had someone at CD Projekt Red lashing out. In fact, it's not the second time. It's not even the third time. It's happened multiple times. And only a few weeks ago, the CD Projekt Red senior experienced designer was mocking a fan who was worried about DEI-related concerns. This was the initial interaction. IGN posting this Witcher 4 preview here, where this individual said, "I'm not excited over it, and the Witcher series is one of my favorite game series. CD Projekt Red is too deep into DEI, ESG bullshit," where this person goes, the hand over mouth emoji and a clown emoji. So this person at CD Projekt Red, at the very least, calling this person...
And I'll be honest, guys, like, I understand the Raven sentiment, and I would also say, which is true, right? Like, not every dev is gonna have the same opinion, but it's just like, you know, if you got a tree and you got 2 bad apples, it doesn't mean that the entire tree is bad, right? So far, we're seeing 2 bad apples, okay? There might be more, there might be more. There might be undercover devs out there that cannot say their opinion, right? There's gonna be a whole lot of that too. So, it'll be what it be, man. I just want good games, and that's exactly what most people want, because right now, gaming industry is dry as hell. Call of Duty is is just flopping big time right now. And you know, Microsoft came out, Activision came out, and they issued their response, and apparently YouTubers claiming, streamers claiming they're quitting the game, people are refunding the game, people quitting the game. You want to know what happened? Check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there. Check this one out. This is an insane video and as to what's going on in the Call of Duty scene right now. Check it out and I'll see you there.